after, well, okay, recording start. This is Budsy, and this is a new streaming video I'm going to do. I'm planning to do a podcast, and probably we'll have to pay for it also. So, but right now it's on testing for a free plan. This will be kind of the pilot, but right now, I'm going to get someone on here with me. I'm not sure who as a co-host. And the format of this will probably be interviews with other people. And I was thinking about what to call it. I was thinking call it Barbecue, Weed, and Women, or I was thinking about calling it the Budsies. And my crazy ex-girlfriend, she's going to come back here. She is her name is Brenda. She goes by BK Yogi. She's a yoga instructor. She's 49, so she's younger than I am. As we dated and lived together for about 4.5 years. She's up in Portland right now. Gonna come back down here around the 1st, and we'll see what happens. But she's a lot of fun, and I'd like to get back with her. I mean, my ideal relationship. She's heterosexual, and I think she just likes guys, not women. But my ideal relationship is a monogamous relationship with 1 to 2 hot cis bisexual females between the ages of 22 and 37. Now, Brenda goes by the name BK Yogi. I think her last name should be Kryptonite, because she is my kryptonite and tries to make me into a simp idiot. But people say I'm a character, and I guess I am a character. I'm Budsy. I've been Uncle Budsy. I'm no longer Uncle Budsy, the barbecue cook. I learned how to cook barbecue from the original Uncle Budsy, who was a Jamaican fella. His name was Baptiste Adu. And old Baptiste used to tell me he would smoke ganja with his 2 running buddies when he was 14 back in 9 Miles, Jamaica. I met him when he was 21. I was 14. And I learned how to cook barbecue from him. And he like I said, he was Jamaican. He was smoked a lot of ganja when he came to Dallas, and a full head of dreads on. He had to shave him off, as bald as I am. And he ended up, but he said some of the wildest things. He called his ribs bone candy, because they were the last 3 hours he put barbecue sauce when he was cooking them, and he cooked for 6 hours, wrapped them in foil. The last hour put barbecue sauce on them, and then wrapped them, cooked them for another 2 hours, and then the last hour opened up the foil and let them kind of pull together. And they were tasty. And the barbecue sauce was excellent. And actually, the barbecue sauce I'm using now is called Sweet and Smoky. It's got a lot of molasses, brown sugar. I mean, it's excellent. And we're doing cannabis-infused barbecue sauce with that. And the original barbecue sauce he made, I call it Uncle Budsy's original barbecue sauce. I've adjusted. So it's my recipe for his barbecue sauce, but it's based on what his original recipe was. But like I said, Brenda BK is coming back. She's 49 years old, has the body and stamina of a 20-year-old. So even though she's not between 22 and 37, I make exceptions for her. And I did a video earlier. She's crazy, but we were thinking about doing porn together, but I want to do this podcast probably more mainstream. And it'll be, I think we might call it the Budsies. And she's a character that will be very entertaining. Some of the crazy ass shit she does. And am I crazy? I mean, I've got my quirks, that's for damn sure. And, I tell people I've got an excuse for being crazy. I was born in a nuthatch. I was born in the Woodlawn Psychiatric Institute. That's where I was born. But it wasn't always Woodlawn Psychiatric Institute. It used to be the old Parkland Memorial Hospital when I was born. But they built a new hospital. So the old, or actually a couple times, the old Parkland, the one where Kennedy and John Connally were taken, was the mid one, but the original one was called Woodlawn Psychiatric Institute. I know this is not funny, but hell, I'm not trying to be funny right now. I'm just trying to give basis for our show. And right now it's just me, but I'm looking for a co-host to come in and we do an interview. And I'll probably do it. I may co-host with Brent. She goes by BK Yogi. She's a yoga instructor, triathlete, mountain climber, camper, downhill skier. She makes me feel like I'm Jabba the Hutt. I do want to be considered one of like a character from Star Wars. I'd like to be considered the Yoda character. But if I were Yoda, I would probably be a 9-year-old Yoda. Mischief, like always into shit. And could you imagine? Yoda lived to be 900. Can you imagine what he was like when he was 9 years old? Probably about like me. But the thing is, people think I'm crazy and wild and not like the wise Yoda, but more like Jar Jar Binks. But BK, her first name's Brenda. Her last name should be Kryptonite, because she is my kryptonite. She's got me simping sometimes like I should be pimping, not simping. And, my ideal relationship, well, I'm looking for my soulmate. And I think I put up a video, there's 200 billion souls in this particular solar system. And you only have one soul mate. And the chances of finding there's only 7.8 billion souls in actual bodies in this planet. Most of them are out there, floating around disembodied, like spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, demons. But they don't interact in the physical realm here with other people or beings in the physical realm. They're trapped in bodies or have been animated into bodies. If you don't understand that, that's fine. Or understand this. This is a public service announcement. But as time progresses, we'll get to know each other, and you'll know who I am. But I'm looking for a host to come with me and interview other people. And I'm thinking of either calling this the Budsies, or actually calling it barbecue, weed, and women. And what we do is it'd probably be a host with another comic interacting with other comics in this entertainment scene here in Las Vegas. And also other barbecue people. What I'd like to do is have a barbecue cook-off here. We had a barbecue sauce competition up in Portland, and I did win the best tasting medicated barbecue sauce. Well, actually, one of the judges, he said we had the best tasting barbecue sauce there, but he voted for someone else because he didn't want to vote for himself. So lost by one vote. So if it hadn't been gone, the one vote gone to the other one and actually went to me, that would be the difference of 2 votes. But that is the best tasting. And I've got one that we're producing now that's even better. It's based on a recipe that actually beat out Guy Fieri in a competition. So we have great barbecue sauce. So what I'm trying to do is make cannabis infused barbecue sauce. I'm actually trying to raise some money so we can blow this up. I'm moved here to Las Vegas to open up a barbecue restaurant and a cannabis consumption lounge and have fun. You know, I think entertainment, this is the entertainment, maybe not the capital of the world, but it's pretty damn close. This is a great place. It's a lot more fun than Portland, Oregon. So I'm looking for a co-host, preferably probably someone in the comedy scene here that can interact with us, interview, maybe somebody, and you know, someone also that can interact with my my personality and my humor. So I've got some people here locally. I know a lot of people. Some people just hating on me. So well, last night I was at let's see, I was at Star Lounge, and I was recording my set, and someone put up a hand-delivered another unsolicited dick pic from a. It was a video of a trans woman with a big heart on. I thought it was funny. Funny again. I posted it up online so you can look at it, but it was at it's on YouTube. I'd like people to come subscribe. I've got, you know, I'm putting everything up, all the raw stuff from my sets up on YouTube. I probably shouldn't be doing that because I'm sure I'm saying some politically incorrect things, particularly about lesbians and trans. And my, you know, my take on that is I don't hate on anybody, but there's people that are hating on me, wanting to cancel me. And that's hate, that you want to cancel someone from existing because you don't agree with them. That's bullshit. I mean, you know, what I'm going to say, I mean, there's, you know, I have people that are trying to cancel me because they're, you know, I'm undesirable. I'm a straight white male. And I do believe that in, say, 50 years, the population here on this planet will probably be 80 to 85% female, either by choice, you know, transgender changing, or by birth, abortion. They'll get rid of this little boy babies. And, you know, so of that, say 20%, say 15% of the population that are male, probably over half of them probably won't be straight. They'll be just straight up gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you like dick, that's great. I don't like dick. I like my dick. I mean, I got this hand-delivered dick, unsolicited dick pic to me on my recording. I don't like anybody else. I like my dick, and but I don't like other. You know, I like women. I like the female. You know, vagina. I mean, if you think about human sex organs are kind of like toys. If you think about the male penis, I mean, it'd be like a wooden dachshund, with wheels for legs and a string attached to its neck, and you pull it. It's like a pull toy. But a female vagina, I mean, it's mystical. It's like a puzzle. I mean, you can. Well, you're never going to master what a vagina is like. It's like a Rubik's Cube. I mean, you're never going to really, well, you might be able to masturbate it. You're never going to master it, but you might be able to masturbate it. But once you unlock the puzzle, I mean, all hell breaks loose. And that's where they have the female ejaculatory orgasms. And I think more and more women are having these now. And a lot of them are triggered by other women, and that's just the way it is. A lot of men on this podcast I was on, they were talking about, you know, a real man, you know, doesn't care if a woman has an orgasm or not. So anyway, this is if you're interested in co-hosting me with me, hit me up and on probably Facebook. That's probably the one that I do most. And I'm Budsy Comedian on Facebook. Like me, direct message me, and I think we could have a very entertaining show here. And I think it'd make your career blow up if you get to be part of this. And I'm not completely altruistic. I think it'll make my position here in Las Vegas more tenable. I think I'll sell more barbecue and sell more weed, and I'll have a lot of fun. And people ask me, why'd you move to Las Vegas? And I said, so make more money and get more pussy. And that's not politically correct to say get more pussy. It's like, that's just the character that I am. This is me. I'm Budsy. And hit me up. Let's see if we can do some good together. And what I want is surround myself with people that are happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I think the idea weed allows a person to be in a state where they're happier. I mean, it is a mood elevator. Healthy. I mean, is it medicine? But it is medicinal in nature. Cannabis it is medical marijuana. And 2/3 of the population here in the United States say that it is medicine. And that's the thing. The FDA and the AMA are not going to let a bunch of stoned hippie farmers tell them what is medicine. Is it medicine? I'm a medical marijuana patient. I think it has very high medicinal qualities to it. I'm taking it for a life and death condition. So using it, mainly with like dab stuff, these things. I'm going to fire this up. Let you see. And I am, like I said, I'm a medical marijuana patient. I've been one for almost 10 years. I believe that's. I'm here on a mission from God, the General Overdirector, GOD, and what I want to be remembered for is my contribution to the public consumption of what I refer to as recreational medicine. Does cannabis make people wealthy? I mean, a lot of people make a lot of money from it. And I would like to make more money from it. Is money important? It does pay for, money doesn't make you happy. But it sure does pay for the things that put a smile on your face. So I'm looking for investors really right now to help fund this. I'm trying to raise $500,000 in the form of a convertible debenture. I think in $50,000 units. This is not an offer to sell nor a solicitation to buy any securities. I used to be a stockbroker. What I'm looking for is, I'm looking for angel investors. I think if you get involved with me in our business right now, you're going to make at least 20 to 1. On your $50,000, you probably get back $1 million in 5 years. I'm 95, 98% confident that's going to happen. I mean, once cannabis becomes federally legal, this thing's the cannabis industry is going to blow up. And most of the money is going to go into grow. People thinking that this $3,500 to $4,500 a pound business model is sustainable. It's not. When I first moved to Oregon, I think the cost of a pound of weed was $3,200. And when I left, I bought 4 ounces of medical or of extract quality weed, but it was flower from a licensed grower for $25 an ounce, $100 for 4 ounces, equivalent of $400 a pound. And it dropped from $3,200 to $400 because of the overproduction. That's going to happen here in the United States. I mean, when it becomes federally legal, everybody's going to come and start popping up all these growth facilities, you know, and supply and demand, the price is going to come way down. It'll probably, probably within the next probably 8 years, it'll probably drop down to less than $100 a pound. And, but really, that's just, there'll always be $1,500 a pound craft cannabis, kind of like $1,000 bottles of wine, $500 shots of tequila, or 200, whatever. I mean, I've had good tequila, I've had bad tequila, and but the thing is about alcohol. Alcohol is considered. I mean, it's regulated as a recreational by weight and volume, but like 80 proof, whatever. But cannabis is regulated like as an illegal, dangerous drug right now. That's why it costs so much. And I claim that there's only 4 groups that want cannabis, restricted and in effect illegal. It's the people that directly benefit from it being illegal, like private prison owners, police. Police often get paid to police things. These politicians that get kickbacks from it being illegal from the like pharmaceutical companies, wood, tobacco, firearm, these companies that benefit from it being illegal, then people that actually grow and sell the illegal substances, like drug dealers, people that don't pay taxes, don't pay fees for that, they benefit from it being illegal because they're criminal. They're technically criminals themselves. But the fourth type of people that benefit from or want it to be illegal are these fucking uneducated morons that still believe in reefer madness. They still think, it's a fucking plant that can grow wild. It can intoxicate you. The THC can intoxicate you. But, I've seen, we had a thing called Dab Wars that was at this consumption lounge we had up in Portland. They had 24,000 members total. Usually these Dab Wars, there'd be 2 individuals go up against each other. Each one had like something like this. And they would clear a certain amount of this extract called shatter. The first round, you'd clear it, like take it into your lungs and then exhale it out. And you weren't supposed to cough and supposed to get rid of all the stuff in there. The first round was a half a gram. Second round was a full gram. Third and fourth rounds were 2 grams each. So in a 45-minute time frame, they consumed 5.5 grams of, say, 87% THC. They took in probably the 1,100 adult doses of THC within 45 minutes. I mean, that would be the equivalent of 1,100 shots of tequila, whiskey. Can you imagine? I mean, 20 shots of whiskey, you're going to be dead. So these people were consuming 1,100 doses of this. And I talked to this guy, just got off stage at 1. And I said, "How are you feeling?" And he says, "I'm a little woozy." A little woozy? So, I mean, it doesn't have the deadly things that alcohol is poison. And, what cannabis should be considered is an essential nutritional supplement with no currently known recommended daily allowance. You should probably take some of these cannabinoids into your system every day, to regulate your endocannabinoid system, and that which maintains homeostasis of the body to function correctly. I mean, I am Dr. Budsy after all. You know, I was a dental surgeon. I did that for a lot. I had someone die in my office, so I stopped doing that and became a stockbroker. But I was actually I was Dr. Davis. I was a dentist, a dental surgeon, but I wasn't a medical doctor. And I joke about this. I say, you know, if I'd been a medical doctor, I probably would have been a gynecologist, and I'm sure I would have gone to prison for that. And, you know, so, but I've done a lot of things, and, you know, I look back at some of the things I've done, and I'm thinking, God, if I heard what I'm saying, and that's the thing, if you have to tell people who you are, you're nobody, you know. And I end up that I say, you know, I tell people I'm Budsy, I'm nobody, but would like to bring people that are around me. I'd like them to be happier, healthier, wealthier, and wiser. Am I wise? You know, like I said, I was born in a nuthatch, you know, technically. People say I'm crazy. You know, that's my excuse. What's your excuse? And you know, I've taken these IQ tests, and they say my IQ is supposed to be 167. You know, I tell people I'm the third dumbest motherfucker on this planet. Because, you know, they say, well, who's the other two? And I said, well, Joe Biden, of course. I mean, nothing else has to be said. Look at what he's done. You know, I thought if he became president, which he did become president, I thought we were going to have a terrible civil war. And so I ended up voting for Donald Trump. But people ask, who's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet? And I say Donald Trump is, because he tells people he's smart. And anyone that tells you they're smart is not very smart. So I tell people, I'm the third dumbest motherfucker on the planet. But I've got a lot of education, and I've got a lot of different life experiences. Some of the life experiences I would not recommend as a life choice. You know, particularly I went to prison for 47 months. The thing about that, you know, I didn't have to take it up the butt, and I didn't have to suck anybody off. I became Barrister Budsy there. I was a jailhouse lawyer. I worked in the law library, and I did a lot. I filed my own briefs, but didn't go anywhere that should have. But sometime I'll talk about that. I'm Budsy, and I'd like to get a co-host to come. You know, let's have some fun with this. I think this could be an enjoyable time, and preferably that you're 420 consistent, because I'd like to get on here and this, you know, what I would like as partners in the restaurant. Like I said, I'm raising $500,000, or our whole thing, particularly the consumption lounge. I would like Tommy Chong, Willie Nelson, and Snoop Dogg to be partners with me. And so maybe Seth Rogen, you know, somebody that likes to. That's the thing. I ask investors, say, why would you want to invest in this? I mean, why? And you know, most of the people think about investing in cannabis to make a lot of money, which, you know, people, you know, healthy, happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. But you know, you'll probably make a lot of money from what we're doing. But if you're getting involved with this right now, but you know, I think this is a great investment. But more importantly, we're going to be friends, and I am entertaining. I know I'm entertaining, and come on board with us. Come on board to do the podcast with me, because I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll meet a lot of interesting people. And Las Vegas is a great place to be. I'm going to cut this off, and I'm not sure how long I've been doing this, but this is like a pilot. You know, I was going to do, you know, had been trying to do a podcast or something, you know, I used to call it reality TV. And I've got some things I was doing before when I was first went to Portland, interviews with people, but I could never really get things off the ground. I think It's there now. So, and you know, these selfie things. I mean, this is another thing about me being crazy. I mean, I'm talking to myself, but my excuse is I'm doing this selfie video right now. But I'd like to be sharing the podcast with somebody else. The way this is set up, this platform, is people can be right there and we can talk. You know, it's kind of like the Zoom meeting format. But I could, I guess I'm going to put this up on my Facebook. So if you're interested in participating with this and possibly being, if you like me, come be my co-host. My preference is a female, and well, it's just like, you know, I like women. I am not misogynist. I like women. I don't hate women, and I don't try to bring women down. My preference, like I said, from a relationship is a monogamous relationship with two hot cis bisexual females that have the energy to keep up with me, like between 22 and 37, that are fit, that, you know, like enjoying life, and part of that is sex, you know, and that's not my whole interest in life. So, you know, it's like a icing on the cake. You know, it's communication between people. And, you know, like I said, I don't, you know, I want everybody to enjoy themselves around me. And if they're all fucking, that's fine. I just don't want you be fucking who I'm with. You know, I do not, you know, I don't want to be with a woman that I'm controlling. But I want to be with a woman, or actually preferably two, that love each other and then kind of like to hang with me, that I'm fine, and you know, and that you know, want to make me want to be monogamous. Just, you know, that the three of us have a special thing. And like I said, I prefer bisexual women that prefer other women, that just kind of tolerate men, because you know, and I don't like toxic male energy. That's why I don't want to be in a sexual relationship with a man, because there's that toxic male energy. I like the female nurturing energy. But there's some women, but there's also some, you know, I don't hate anyone or anything. I don't hate anyone. I like people to get along and interact and enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, really. That's what I'm here in Vegas. Life's meant to be enjoyed, and we should all be able to get along and not be stabbing each other in the back over a fucking dollar, you know. But I had, you know, my ex-roommate, the Gretchen, you know, and I hired her to be my assistant and to promote my business and me as a comedian. The only thing she promoted was herself and her, you know, her comedy. I don't want to talk disparagingly, but I thought that I saw some value there, particularly when we were doing recordings of, and she said that we would be able to do a reality TV with Discovery, I think it was, and they were very interested. But I don't even know if she had any connections with anybody. You know, I thought it made sense, and what I realized is that, you know, I'm not narcissistic, but maybe I am. I know that I'm entertaining. I mean, people enjoy I mean, some people do. Some people hate it. The gal, I actually like her, Liz Hader. She's a young millennial white woman, and, you know, I think she was the one that delivered the first unsolicited dick pic from the trans woman. And but who was it last night? I was at gay, and it's posted on the video I recorded last night. Not very long. I thought it was funny again. You know, I say that I have no problem receiving unsolicited tit and pussy pics from women. I even said, you know, that I'm starting to get them. And, you know, I like the female body, you know, like I said, and the toys associated with it, the Rubik's Cube. So anyway, I'm going to cut out this. I do need to raise some money to support this. I think I need to put about $150,000 into developing this this whole thing with the podcast media and stuff. And I think that could be a huge successful company. Our barbecue restaurant need to put about $250,000 into it, particularly for marketing and getting things going. But I am probably 98% sure that anybody that comes on board with us will probably putting in 50,000. I'd rather have just one person. Hey, Snoop Dogg, why don't you come in and put 500,000 into this? I think you'll get back 20 million. So, but maybe even more than that. But I think this, what we've got here, it's going to be huge. So, if whoever's interested, hit me up on a direct message. And I'm looking for someone to help me with the podcast. Y'all have a good day. And this is Budsy. And next one, I'll probably do 2 of these a week initially. I need to up my subscription. So y'all have a good day.